Hello and welcome to Corrupt Cops, an update on my stolen property in Apache County and how Deputy Moreno and the Apache County Sheriff's Department are basically working with the criminals in a conspiracy. It's great. She's a horrible cop, and she has a tendency to lie, bloviate, and she has a lot of mental instabilities. There's some major problems with this person, in my opinion. She is just insane. She has written me several emails, which I'm going to show you here, where she states that, well, we'll go to that. Whoops, wrong one. That she says that he has it, technically, the motorcycle, which is great. She says she's arranged for it to be returned. This was on July 6th. It is now July 19th. This incident happened in front of the Apache County Sheriff's Department on July 17th, and I finally got a chance to put it all together. These are the emails, and she said she spoke with Robert. He's unable to get a truck to haul the motorcycle back. I informed him the charges were being filed and sent to the county attorney's office, and vehicle is technically in his possession. This is July 6th. Now, she claims that somebody who has no power of attorney, and this is great, as she's trying to defend the criminal, has no power of attorney, gave permission to a third party. A third party gave him permission, which had no authority. It's kind of awesome. Deputy Moreno is great. And now she tries to tell me that I'm bullying her into doing her job and telling her what to do, even though she stated that the charges were sent to the county attorney's office, which they have not yet been, and it's July 19th. The report was filed on June 24th, I believe, or 23rd, after fighting with Apache County to even take a report, as there is a conspiracy against me. Apache County and the Sheriff's Department refuse to take any criminal complaints from me, as we have an aggravated assault also that happened on my property. Was told to by two witnesses, to another deputy and to this deputy here, but she fails to acknowledge that aggravated assault, and she continues to go on and not do her job. Our taxpayers are paying for this lady, and the tax dollars are just a waste. I have found out that she was a Round Valley cop, and she is just, well, if you don't know, Round Valley PD is having some interesting stuff, and I have on audio, which is coming as soon as I'm allowed to release it, where you have a district attorney admitting to a death squad up here in Apache County with the Sheriff's Department and with possibly with the Round Valley PD. I have the audio on it. Oh, not yet. I'm working on it. But I have listened to the audio, and it is with a district attorney who has admitted that there is severe corruption and threatening, intimidation, and even possibly a death squad on up here within our police department. These people are heinously horrible. By the way, these are my responses. I supposedly flooded her emails, which I didn't. I just followed through on dealing with her because she told me that on Monday that it was going to be returned, and on a Sunday it was going to be returned. Neither of those happened. She failed to communicate with me that they didn't happen or weren't going to happen. Here she acknowledges that Robert has been talking with her, and he has admitted to her that he does have my motorcycle, and it is without my permission, and she is doing nothing regarding returning the vehicle or getting the or seizing it or doing her job in any way, shape, or form. She is too busy. Now, reality is, it's Apache County. Take a look at the court docket, look at the new cases. She's really not doing anything. She's probably playing Call of Duty with her husband over at the Vernon PD. Our Vernon Fire Department is from what I've heard. She likes to hang out there with her boss, Andrew Moreno, because he's another POS. Perjured himself on testimony, and there's videos coming of that and shown of official court transcripts of his lies. But we're dealing with the stolen motorcycle. Now, we're back to this. And her supervisor won't do anything. I've requested to speak with Commander Herrera. Refused. Ellingsworth is another supervisor of hers. I've requested to speak with them. Total silence from the Sheriff's Department. This goes against their mission statement of transparency and to protect and serve. So we have more open lies. But you don't have to believe me that she lied. The beauty of everything is that she did it on audio. It's great. And then she does her little ghetto head shake like she thinks she's a badass person. She really isn't. Sadly, she felt, well, I don't know. Like I said, she has given me her word and put it in writing that she sent stuff to the county attorney's office, which the county attorney's office does not have. And I was told by a sheriff's dispatcher when I was hung up on, or just before I was hung up on, that Apache County was ordered by the district attorney not to take any criminal charges from me. I can only be charged, not be a victim. And that makes it open season on me in violation of my rights. I'm working through the system. Sadly, it's a horrible system that allows police officers, like this one from the Round Valley Police Department, because she jumped ship just before everybody else, I guess, got terminated, fired, or false police reports and all sorts of stuff. But that's her training, and that's what she's been brought up with. So she's a horrible person, and she has a horrible history. And Apache County has decided to continue her employment of a bad cop who never should have a badge. And Apache County is protecting this person. And they're protecting many others, because the only way that they can succeed up here is if they continue with bad cops, bad people, and these guys are criminals. And this is just me trying to report a crime. It is July 19th. I reported this in June. And still and my motorcycle has not been entered in as stolen as of yet, which is amazing. This person fails to do her job. She's so busy, and which I doubt. And unfortunately, I kind of know what the Sheriff's Department does around here. They haven't been patrolling in Alpine or anywhere south of Nutrioso. They play a lot of games, and they're a bunch of liars. So the problem with a lot of stuff is that, well, here we go again. They have decided to make war against me, and I am got nothing better to do but take every legal action, just like I'm doing with the other stuff. They've crossed many lines. They've violated constitutional rights, but that comes down for more. This is the epitome of Apache County. So let's get to the wonderful video, because I love the fact of her trying to say that I told her what to do.
Are you on to talk to me?
I'm wondering what's going on with my case. Nothing's been filed with the district attorney like you said you were going to do.
Right. Yes, I haven't written the report yet.
Okay,
but
but
will
you
get
did
done,
send
but
me an
just
email.
not on your...
Okay, no,
okay.
it wasn't my time frame, ma'am. It was your words in your email that you stated that you were going to file it on a week ago Monday.
Correct. Okay, so I have other cases that I need to also handle.
Okay, so your word is no good.
So you can take it however you want. Okay.
Well, you put in writing.
Let me finish.
Did you
let
put in writing?
me finish, or I'm going to leave.
Well, I know. That's what you guys do best.
Okay, well,
Ignore
you're not letting
crime.
me talk.
By the way, notice her demeanor. She's very angry and hostile. And she doesn't do anything to de-escalate. There is another cop. Unfortunately, I had my body cam pointed in the bad direction. I'll work on that next time. I'll have a better view of what's going on, so that way it doesn't seem like I'm trying to manipulate like the cops do. So it was just an accident, and that's the way this goes.
You
Work
want me,
with the criminals
you want
and
me?
everything else.
Are you done?
Oh, go ahead. Tell me how your word is no good now. Because it was your statement. I didn't tell you to do it on Monday. You wrote me an email telling me you were going to provide it on Monday.
I'm not obligated to reply every single time you write me an email. So right now you're going to get blocked.
See, here is a crazy response. I'm not obligated to respond to every email. She responded and told me what she was going to do, that she had sent it to the county attorney's office. And this was on July 2nd. It is now July 19th, and it hasn't been submitted. So now, this is what I mean by a mental disease, because she obviously has no clue what she's talking about or the facts of anything about anything, because she's making this up as she goes.
Because now you just keep blowing up my email when I'm not on your time. I'm not keeping you updated on things. Just, it's my case. I handle it the way I'm going to. I plan to get your...
She wants to say that I'm not keeping you updated on the case. She did update me. She told me she was going to do something, and then she didn't do it. And then she's angry and now making up a complete and total argument as a delusional, mentally diseased officer would. This chick is insane. She seriously needs to be removed from deputy. She probably needs inpatient therapy and to understand the realities of the world. How could this officer even testify in court? Her credibility is nothing, as she's delusional, and it gets even worse.
Bike back. Right now, I don't know where your bike is or where Robert...
Now, she states in open lies that she doesn't know where the bike is. How does she not know where the bike is when she is negotiating with Robert to get a trailer to bring it back to me? That is insane. How much more of a lie can you have?
Okay, well, where Robert is either.
Robert took off.
And now, this gentleman has taken off and decided that he's not going to deal with any of this stuff because she failed to do her job since June 23rd. And it's amazing, and it gets even better.
Okay, well, either or, the case is getting sent to the county attorneys.
Because you gave him ample time to run.
No, because of the circumstances of Laura...
Well, actually, also,
let me finish.
follows it through.
Let me finish. You're not letting me talk.
I already know your argument. You've already said it to me.
Okay,
A2,
exactly,
though, follows
you keep
through
talking about it, and we're not getting anywhere.
But Section A2 covers the fact that
I'm
3
aware,
months of me
but
telling
she's
them
also
that.
responsible because she
No, she
gave him
isn't.
permission.
Now, this is funny. She's trying to say that a third party who has no legal power of authority was not in control of my stuff. It was just here. Has authority to give it away. And that makes it okay. Even though I'm the only legal owner, just like I said before in another post, I can give you permission to take somebody else's bike. I can give permission to take another motorcycle. I can give another permission to take a vehicle. And according to this cop, listen to her logic, because there is no power of attorney, there was no verbal, and they have all the recordings because I was in jail at the time. So I guess if you want to follow their logic, because I'm in jail and I didn't give verbal power of attorney or verbal authority, then it becomes okay. So she's making everything up at this point. How much crack and how much meth has this chick smoked? I mean, she is kind of a twig, so she could be a tweaker. You never know. But that's just my opinion.
Where is her legal power of attorney?
She gave her...
No.
She gave him permission to take that bike. You were incarcerated.
So that means my YouTube video of your audio giving everybody permission to steal stuff in Apache County makes it okay?
You just twist it up, and
No.
I'm not here to twist things up.
Who is the legal owner of that bike?
You are, of course.
So who can give authority to it?
You are, but she obviously gave him permission.
No, she did
to do so.
not.
I have it recorded.
It doesn't matter. She can't give permission.
She told me
So what?
on the phone. Okay, well, she literally admitted
So
to
it's
me.
okay that if I go over there and say,
Okay,
you know what,
we're
you
done.
can
No,
steal
we're
that
done.
car and it's perfectly acceptable.
You're twisting the words.
No,
Right.
that's what you're saying, because she said, oh, well, you can go take that car, so that makes it legal,
She
right?
made an agreement.
No, she did not.
Yes, sir. You keep saying that, but she already admitted it to me. No matter how you get it in your head.
She can't make an agreement. Where's her power of attorney?
She doesn't need the power
Yes,
of
she
attorney.
does.
No, she doesn't.
She's not my wife.
During the circumstances, he had standing over there. They made agreements. You were also in it, but she was in between you and him.
No, he wasn't.
About
No,
the
she
bikes.
wasn't.
Yep. She told me.
I talked to him on the phone. If you listen to the jail recordings, you would have known that.
I have her statement.
If you would have done your job and
Okay,
looked at the
I'm
jail
not
recordings,
here
they're
to
there.
argue with you.
I'm telling you where the facts are.
Okay, well that's fine. You can think of however you want and however you think the law works.
You can shake your head and go like this all you want. It doesn't matter. I'm still a victim.
Yeah, she starts thinking she's ghetto, and that's really funny. But here we go again. The professionalism of Apache County, making up who has legal authority over a bike. This is why she needs to be fired. She has no understanding of legal authority or power of attorney or anything else. And I am not married, and I never delegated that authority to anybody else. And they're trying to argue with me that I did. It's funny. This is the most insane thing. I'm arguing with a cop that I did not give legal authority, never did, and it doesn't matter if a third party gives permission. There was no legal authority designated, ever. This cop fails. And this is how delusional Apache County hiring process is. It's just like they don't know if somebody trying to run you over is an aggravated assault. It's amazing, and I'm just flabbergasted, and this shows how much of a conspiracy is against me, because anybody else, it would have been a completely different story. See, and look at her face. She's just fucking insane. She's always screaming. She's hostile, and very, very bad cop.
You can do that ghetto shit all you want. It doesn't work with me.
Okay, that's fine. I don't care if it works for you or not. I'm not here for it to
Well, I
work
get
for
it.
you.
Don't worry. The
Just get
FBI is looking into you too now
that's
because you got a
fine.
lot
I
of
don't
fucking
care
problems.
about that, William.
I know. You're going to have a lot of problems
That's fine.
with me.
I don't care. You can talk all
Because
you
you're
want
working. I'm
about
not talking anymore.
Okay, so anyways, we're just going to get down to this.
So you're not. So you're working with Robert to keep my bike away from
No, I
me.
haven't talked to Robert.
I know, because he ran
so I'm
because
not
you gave him
working with
ample
him.
warning.
It was that bike was he had.
Just so you know, this cop right here, okay, I reported to him again after I reported to her the aggravated assault, and the other person who witnessed the criminal trespass, aggravated assault, the driving through. He's failed to take any police reports. He's failed to take any statements. Both of them were told to him verbally when the Apache County District Attorney's Office was here, the investigator, because they were alone together. It's funny, they have to come to my house with guns and like I'm doing something, and unfortunately, yeah, I don't do anything. They still are harassing, still playing games, and still trying to find a way that they can tag something to me, because all of their criminal charges have been dismissed or going to be dismissed. But let's get back to this.
Permission.
No, he did not.
Yes, okay, that's fine. We're not getting anywhere.
Talk to a lawyer.
That's
Neither
fine.
here nor there.
I talked to a U.S. attorney, and they said that's not permission either. They don't know where you come up with that or how much crack you're smoking when you take that up.
See you later.
Doesn't matter. She can't legally give authority.
Okay, bye.
See? Working with the criminals again, just like Apache County.
So, here we're back again. I gave no authority. She is arguing with me that I did, or that somebody else had authority, but has no documentation, no proof of it, and it doesn't matter if somebody else can say, you take it. Unfortunately, this girl's delusional. She shouldn't be a cop. She probably was, I don't know what she was. Unfortunately, I have my own opinions, and I have a lot of my own opinions. But once again, we have a crazy lady, and she has a badge, so be careful if you run into this woman. She is either paranoid, schizophrenic, and delusional. Well, not paranoid, schizophrenic. I'd have to say bipolar, because she has no grasp in reality. She makes up facts. And this, believe it or not, if you get a criminal case in Apache County, I would tell you to demand a jury trial and do it right away. Because if you have a public defender, they're going to work and waiting to see what evidence shows up. And tell your public defender, you don't have the right to waive my time. You don't have the right to do any of this stuff. Demand your preliminary hearing within 10 days. But these guys here on this case, it seems that it's almost a month now since I reported it. Apache County can't even list it in the state's database as stolen. They're working hard at not. Oh, they're working in conspiracy with the crime. And I think they should be charged. They shouldn't be able to hide behind their badge, or at the very least, she should be terminated. I am going to the Arizona Post. I have written up a formal complaint, because you're supposed to file a formal complaint underneath the threat that I'm lying, of course, that I'm going to be charged with a crime. Several times the complaint form is all about you lying, and it's just amazing. It's more of a threat and a coercion to try to get you to stop from filing civil complaints against the Sheriff's Department. There is a complaint with the Attorney General's office. I think they know the corruption here. Unfortunately, look at the Round Valley PD. Look at the problems they've had. I know personally of several sheriffs who are involved with the drug trade, and it's amazing that they look the other way. Apache County is seriously in need of a whole new power structure. And since they've decided to take everything away from me and abuse the Constitution, abuse the laws, and try to criminally indict me. It's funny, first degree murder, 5 years probation. Then it got dropped down to a conspiracy to commit murder, and then it got down to attempted murder, and then they got locked into that with no attempt, and then continued with all of that BS until July 24th of 2024, where they were forced to drop the charges. And you want to know what my last plea deal for attempted murder was? It's actually pretty funny. It's disorderly conduct, class 1 misdemeanor. And just like with the aggravated assault case, they literally hold on until they have nothing. I have proof of Andrew Arona's open perjury. Apache County refuses to take steps because perjury is a class 4 felony. They won't do anything about it. I also have where Andrew Arona admits under sworn oath and testimony that he failed to follow ACSO policies. And it just continues from there, and it gets worse. Joshua Polk, Deputy Brown, Deputy Moreno, and now this new guy that's sitting on the other side of this lady. It's just, they're mounting a unsurmountable amount of evidence to show their discrimination, their personal political bully tactics, and their abuse of the law, and try to use it to get rid of people that they feel or somebody has paid, because Joshua Polk took public records that I had in my truck on February 10th of 2023 and destroyed them. And just like with the 911 tape, that I was on the phone with the Sheriff's Department, and somehow or another that was destroyed also. It's funny because the 911 tape, I was on the phone with them when I drove into the parking lot. So their narrative that I was crazy and insane and out of control, which is untrue, would be refuted because I was on the phone with them, and they miraculously just don't have it. But they have the 911 tape of me supposedly driving 60 miles an hour into the parking lot, and they refused to turn that over either. But they do have it, and they did admit it, and they said it wasn't going to be admitted as evidence because that came from a delusional lady, another one, who decided to flee the area because of, she says that I'm going to kill her. Never tried to, never attempted to, never even thought of it. That's the funny part about all this stuff. But she made political donations of $42,000 to the now indicted Michael Whiting and other people in the power structure in Apache County. They seem to hate me, which is good. I wouldn't want to be friends with people like this. And I'm glad that they're out to get me. Maybe one day they will. I still don't break any laws, and I still understand the definitions of laws. Unlike the judge who said that the only way you have a right to defensive premises or property is if you kill them, which is untrue. You can use up to threatening deadly force unless they have a weapon, and then you can use deadly force if you feel yourself or a third party is in, and it's a reasonable person, not if you feel yourself. It's a reasonable person would feel that your life is being threatened. But it goes on from there. Sadly, Apache County is what it is, and if you go to just about any place and talk to anybody, they say that Apache County is corrupt. The cops are just as bad, and unfortunately this whole system needs to be torn down. And well, like I said, I'm working on investigations. I have recordings, and these people talk to everybody else because they've been doing this for so long that they feel like they're immune. Like I said, I have a district attorney on file, on audio, and I've promised I'm not going to use it until situations have moved forward. But acknowledging a death squad, acknowledging a corruption inside the police reports, filing of false police narratives, and the continuation of it. And all of this is going to come to light in future videos. It takes a little bit to compile some of this stuff, and I'm dealing with a lot of things. So keep you updated and posted. You guys have fun. God bless. And you know what? These are the people why cops are so disrespected. And I cannot respect the blue line when pieces of shit like this exist. And she's horrible. And she's in a small sheriff's department, and I guarantee you she's not overworked. The Apache County, what do you call it, satellite office in Springerville has DirecTV hooked up to it. So I guarantee you they're sitting there watching TV and playing video games, because I've seen that, and the couch too. So you have a wonderful day, and I hope the video enlightens you, because it's this is a scary situation in 2025. This is why we need better cops and pit cops with integrity. So I'm done running on my mouth, which I always do. Just remember, everything in here is my opinion. I do believe that she is mentally deranged. I think she has a mental issue, and I think the county should do something about it. They won't, unfortunately, because she's a bad Round Valley cop who jumped ship, and well, she's just a piece of shit, in my opinion, and doesn't know how to do her job, and openly lies, as you've seen on the video, where she says she doesn't know things when she's actually put in writing that she does know things. And she's insane, and she should have all of her guns removed from her, and because she's obviously delusional and has no grasp on reality. as the email shows, and as she keeps stating that somebody else has legal authority over somebody else's property when they don't, and she can't show a power of attorney, she can't show a verbal authority, nothing. There is nothing there because it never happened. She's manufacturing it. She's a piece of shit, in my opinion. Have a nice day. God bless. I don't even know. I'm hoping for elk. Wait a second, that might be first-degree murder. Anyways, you guys have a good day. Bye.